Alright, so in this video I'm going to make a little bit of a departure from my usual elixir. Elixir, that is, not elixir, elixir. Basically in this video I'm going to make more of a chai. So basically what I've done is I've taken 20 ounces of gymnostemma tea and I took some pumpkin seeds and some coconut flakes. I blended it up and I made this nut milk, which is just by itself is delicious and medicinal and potent. I've already added a little bit of honey, and now I'm going to add some chia seeds, which these are white chia seeds that I've soaked, and I'll probably add, I really don't know how much, maybe a quarter cup of soaked chia seeds. Now most of my drinks are chocolate based or maca based, but for this I just want to try something new, so I'm just going to go for more of like a really potent tonic herbal chai, and I wanted to share the recipe with you. So the next thing I'm going to add is some lucuma, because as with the theme of this drink, it's going to be kind of white and creamy and sweet, so I'm going to add probably a heaping tablespoon, maybe closer to 2 tablespoons of lucuma. And then to get really exciting, this was a kilo of cordyceps about a week and a half ago. But I've been doing about 2 tablespoons of this cordyceps extract a day since then, and been feeling really good from that. And by tablespoon, I mean a tablespoon. I don't mean like a teaspoon or so, which is, usually what people take of cordyceps is half to 1 teaspoon once or twice a day, which is good. But I really wanted to push the threshold and see how much cordyceps I could actually do. And I've just been doing about a tablespoon twice a day, which I just did about a tablespoon in this drink. And I've just been loving the results and loving how my body's feeling and the shifts that are happening in my internal and external world from taking the cordyceps. And then this, again, this was Dunwood Reishi organic concentrated extract. This was a kilo, but of course now it's much, much less than that. So I've also been doing about a tablespoon of this twice a day, which you can see I'll probably do about another tablespoon or so. And I don't want to make this drink too bitter, so I'm only doing about a tablespoon of this. Usually you would do a teaspoon, which is what I usually do, but since I had so much of it and I really wanted to push the envelope and get adventurous and see what the results would be, I took a tablespoon twice a day. And this reishi powder here, as you can see, actually you can't see because you haven't tasted it yet, but most reishi on the market is incredibly bitter and incredibly just hard to palate. This stuff still has this Dunwood reishi here, which is on Hyperion Herbs, is a little more balanced and well tolerated. It's not so insanely bitter and over the top bitter in your face like pretty much every other reishi mushroom on the market, because it's more of, well, without getting into too much of detail, it's a slightly different extraction process, but it yields a more potent product in my experience, and the taste is much easier to palate. So just wanted to throw that in, and that's why I can do so much of the cordyceps and reishi in this drink without having to use a massive amount of sweetener, because I don't really want to do that. So I'm able to put a tablespoon of each herb in this drink, and it's going to taste delicious because these powders blend up so well in these drinks that you sometimes don't even really know they're there. And then this is a chai spice mix that I kind of mixed up myself, and I did about a tablespoon of that, and that's basically my drink. And if I had, I'm going to add a little pinch of salt. If I had some vanilla, it would probably take this over the top, but I don't, so I'm just going to work with what I have. So that's my drink. And I know I'm not being very cool or professional by turning my back to the camera, or not looking at the camera when I talk, but when you're making a drink in a small kitchen, what are you going to do? So that's my drink, that's my recipe. Again, to recap, it's going to be a creamy chai recipe, so I'm going to blend it up now and we'll see how it tastes. Alright, so my drink's done and I'm going to give it a taste and see how it turned out. I can say that this is definitely one of the best drinks I've ever made, by far. And it goes to show that you don't need cacao or maca or a lot of the superfood like flours or powders. Like even lucuma, I could have done without it in this drink and been totally fine. You know, pumpkin seeds, coconut flakes, they're cheap. You can take, you know, any tea you have, holy basil, gynostema, reishi, whatever tea you have, and that's, you know, can be pretty affordable as well. You take that and blend it up, make a nut milk, you have this excellent base. You can take a little bit of sweetener, maybe a little bit of chia seeds, and your herbal extract powder is blended up, and you have an amazing, delicious, healing drink. And you don't necessarily need a whole bunch of expensive different superfoods to make this huge complex beverage. It can be very simple and effective and just flat out delicious. So I'm going to go enjoy this. If you have any questions or comments, post them below and I'll talk to you soon.